There's a ghost in here.
I'm sure you believe you saw what you say.
I'm not crazy. She's one of us, but she's gone now. And now she's going to kill us all.
You've got to deal with them.
We have to get out of here.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Sounds like a lovely place. Please welcome back Amber Heard, everybody. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
here's the thing. I saw the ward, and even the notion of a ward, it's supposed to be a scary place with psychopaths and murder, ghosts and whatnot,
right.
which you have. It's an insane asylum. But there's also like scenes with really, really hot, crazy girls showering together. So I was incredibly conflicted.
Well, it is a ward. I mean, that's what you do in mental institutions.
I was unaware of that. I didn't know that.
No, we actually were filming in a functioning mental institution. So we were filming, in the real deal. And we were in these abandoned buildings that had been condemned. No one was allowed in these buildings except for asbestos. And we set up shop, and I noticed that we were in prime crazy real estate. What we were sandwiched between a maximum security prison for the criminally insane, and on the other side of us was the updated hospital, for the mentally insane.
So it's you surrounded by asbestos and crazy folk, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Did they ever wander on like through shots and you're like, oh, that's good extras, that's fine, they look believable?
Well, we were in these abandoned buildings, and they put up a fence around us to protect us, and they said and they said if the alarms go off, go into a lit area and stay together and don't move, like if the alarms sound. And the day that we wrapped, a murderer escaped from the prison and was on the loose for days. I mean, it was the day we wrapped.
Wow.
Someone escaped.
Normally the wrap party is a cake and some candles and maybe some silly photographs.
Yeah, ours was a...
You guys were all huddled in a well-lit room as the sounds of sirens are going off. This is great. Are you a fan of being horrified or...
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that kind of we all can recognize. I think that's why horror films and thrillers travel so well. It's a common feeling that no matter what generation, what economic class, what language you speak, or where you grew up,
right.
Everybody knows this feeling. A
screaming psycho with a chainsaw is universal. Yes, we know to run.
'Tis true.
But you seem to enjoy this. It seems like most... Yeah. Yes, it's a universal thing that people don't want to be terrified in their life. You seem to really enjoy horror films.
I do. I like horror films, and I think I really found an appreciation for them once I started making them. I really like making horror films. As you can probably see from my resume, I haven't steered away from them.
Right.
But I like them. They're the funnest movies to make. You one day you're like running and screaming, and you're killing someone the next, and you have this chainsaw scene, and never do you use karate and fighting ghost powers and chainsaws in the same movie, and it all makes sense somehow.
Yeah, no, you just checked off 12 of my favorite things right there, so I need to sign up for the next one.
And I mean, horror films, and there's some nudity involved in a lot of them, so
And speaking of, if I may transition slightly to the Playboy series, congrats on that.
Okay.
It's a new show on NBC. Can you tell us about it?
Surprisingly, no nudity in that. I don't mean to disappoint you, but we shot the pilot, and it was surprisingly not that racy. I don't know. I
heard reports that you guys were filming racier stuff potentially for a DVD or for a Blu-ray extra.
I feel like that kind of stuff always makes it out in the media somehow.
I wrote half the reports.
Yeah, that makes sense. We get to the bottom of it there.
When you do go into production, if I can maybe come on set, I'll bring a flip cam. We'll film some tasteful extras, attack exclusives.
I'm sure the
producers will never make it to air, but it'll be awesome. I love it. And congrats on now being involved with a project that doesn't end up with you covered in blood or running from chainsaws.
Thank you. It'll be a change of pace, but I'm prepared.
I think you'll survive just fine.
Thank you.
Amber, always a pleasure.
Right.
Amber Heard, everybody. Again, John Carpenter's The Ward premieres on video on demand on June 8th, and it opens in theaters on July 8th.